As an investor or trader, somebody who trades, whether be it the forex market, the bonds market, the treasury market, or the precious metal market, right? Have you taken time to sit down and ask yourself, which of these three psychology or states of being do you normally use to trade? Because one of the problem here is that a lot of us do not really know the kind of trader or the kind of investor that we are. Okay, and that is where the problem is. You need to know what really drives your emotions, or what really drives your action when it has to do with investing or trading in the capital market. So right here in this video today, I want to talk about three major important trading and investment psychology that affects the way people make or lose money in the capital market, be it in crypto, forex, stocks, bonds, or treasury market. Wherever you find yourself, this particular three psychology will choose or determine how your outcome is going to be at the end of the day. And what are these three psychology I'm talking about? I'm talking about sentiment, logic, and technicals. Okay, so you can call it sentimental analysis, logical analysis, and technical analysis. Whatever of these three that you decide or that you are actually using right now will be the determinant factor that will decide how much profit you're going to make and how much loss you can also make in the cryptocurrency market. Now, what is investment or trading based on sentiment? Now, let's talk about this, okay? Now, investing or trading based on sentiment is somebody whose psychology is driven based on greed, fear, FOMO, fraud, or even panic. Now, in as much as these things sometimes can be good, but overall, it is highly dangerous for you to be trading or investing based on what the crowd is doing. Now, I'm going to give you an example, right? Let's say a cryptocurrency today launches today at $1, right? And because you are a sentimental person, or you trade or invest based on sentiment, you didn't get into it today that it launched at $1. Now, 2 weeks down the line, the coin has now, pumped up to maybe $100. Now, by the time the coin gets to maybe around $80, people will start talking about it. They were like, oh, what's happening? This coin just launched a couple of days ago, and right now it's already trading at about almost $80. Wow, this coin can easily get to 500. It can easily get to 1,000. It can even go to 5,000. It can go to 10,000, 20,000. And what happens? The crowd will begin to flood in because everybody wants to make money. And why is that so? Because they have seen it that in less than 2 weeks of the coin launching, it has pumped from $1 to over $80 in less than 2 weeks. So everybody will begin to come in. Now, you being somebody who do things based on sentiment, because you now see that everybody is flooding and everybody is talking about the coin. Maybe perhaps your pastors are talking about it, your colleagues, your friends, your business partners, your in-laws, relatives, everybody is now talking about the same coin. You decide to come and invest. Now, when you came in, the coin is now selling at $100, right? Now, you bought it for $100. Just let's say 3 days down the line, the coin crashes back to $15. Now, here's the thing. You bought it at $100. The coin has crashed back to $15. You have lost money. Are you getting the point? You have lost a lot of money. But here's the thing. Those people who bought it when it was $1, those people did not see any sentiment. They only use logic to analyze the particular coin and they invest. Speaking about logic, I'll talk about logic immediately after talking about sentiment. So those who bought it at $1, even though the coin went to $100 and later crashed down to $15, they are still in profit. They bought it at $1. Right now it's at $15. So that means they have 15% of whatever they invested in that project. If they have invested 1 million, they now have 15 million. Are you getting the point? So they are still in massive profit. But you are in loss. I'm talking about 85% loss. You have lost 85% of your money in that coin. Now that is the problem with what? Sentimental psychology, or investing with sentiment, or you can call it sentimental analysis. Just simply because a coin is pumping and is flying and people are talking about it, it's all over Twitter, it's all over YouTube, it's all over TikTok, it's all over Facebook, and you decide to come in and also invest, that is exactly what will happen to you. That is why a lot of people, wasted their time, sold their personal data for free during the era of what do you call it? All this Telegram, airdrop, whatever, euphoria that happened, I think, late last year to about early this year. You have the likes of TapSwap, Hamster Combat, Bloom. You just a whole lot of different ones were just coming in. But at the end of the day, 95% of people who participated in those stuff never made anything out of it. And the 5% that made money, right, inside of that 5%, about 70% of them could barely go home with $50 to $100. It is only about 20 to 30% of them that actually went home with about $200, $500, maybe $1,000. Are you getting the idea? That is what, because all these people that came in during that era, they just saw the euphoria and everybody want to take a part of it. Okay? The fear of missing out, which is FOMO, and then you have FUD, okay, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So you have people coming in because of what? Sentiment. Oh, my neighbor did that one. My neighbor invested in that one. He made money. Okay, let me try this one now. And you put your money and you lose money. That is the problem with sentiment. So if you want to survive in this space, you need to learn how to keep yourself away from sentiment, because I'm going to tell you this for free. Okay. Another new trend right now that is happening in the Nigerian crypto space is that cryptocurrency developers will launch a meme coin. I actually call them shit coins. They will launch a meme coin. What do? They begin to talk to some of these your pastors, and your pastors begin to tell you, oh, the Lord gave me a coin that is going to be a kingdom coin that is going to give people money. This coin will reach people and all that. Bro, God does not interfere in the capital market. God does not interfere in the financial market. You need to understand that fact. God does not interfere in business. Maybe the only way God can interfere is maybe you paid somebody for something and the person defrauded you. Yeah, when you pray to God, God could send karma to that person. But as far as every business is going the way it should go, God doesn't interfere in businesses. Just the same way God doesn't interfere in sports. Okay? When Chelsea and Man U are playing a match today, if Chelsea plays better than Man U, Chelsea will win. If Man U plays better than Chelsea, Man U will win. So there is nothing like, oh, Man U pray harder or they fasted better than Chelsea. There is nothing like that. God doesn't interfere in things like that, because why? It is what a level playing ground for everybody. It's a sport. It's a game. The same thing applies in business. God doesn't interfere here. The financial market does its thing. Haven't you seen traders who will be trading, for example, right now? They are trading and the market is going against them. You will need that. You start praying. The market will still be going against you. It doesn't work. I'm not saying God doesn't answer prayers, but there are areas you don't even need to call God, because God will even look at you in that area. Are you getting the point now? So guys, if you really want to make money in the cryptocurrency space, especially for those of you who are new into the cryptocurrency space or the capital market entirely, please, you need to learn how to discipline yourself to stay away from sentimental investment or sentimental trading emotions. Okay, stay away from it, because sentiment is emotional investment, and emotional investment can disappoint you, right? Stay away from it if you want to survive in this market. And now that brings me to number 2. Now at number 2, we're talking about logical analysis, or investment based or trading based on logic. Now where does logic have a play in this? Now here is the thing, okay? Logic is actually, maybe you can call it fundamental analysis. Now it has to do with what? You analyzing what is that project made for? What is the use case of that project? What is the value proposition of that project? What is the unique selling point of that project? What is the adoption of that project before the tables and before the eyes and before the pockets and bank account of venture capitalists and people who invest, or people you call angel investors? Now these are the things you want to look for, because when you see a project that you know that, okay, what this project is being developed for, right, has tendency of capturing the interest of what angel investors and venture capitalists, asset managers, and big major institutions like banks and other financial institutions. If you can be able to detect that from the white paper of that particular cryptocurrency and you get into it on time, in a matter of days, after maybe they have sealed one or two contracts or one or two memorandum of understanding with some venture capitalists, you will see the project pumping so crazy, like exactly what happened with Uchain. Okay, now last month I caught Uchain when it just recently launched. Uchain was set, I caught it at $23 now, but I called it out for my community at $25. Now those people who bought it at $25 on Monday, by Friday, just 4 days later, by Friday, the same coin that they bought for $25 was actually selling for $1,200. $1,200 in just 4 days. And as I speak to you right now, as you're watching this video, that coin today is selling for $1,300, over $1,300 as you are currently watching this video. It has not crashed down below 1,000 for over almost 2 months now. Are you getting the idea? So when you see a project that has a very unique selling point or a unique proposition, value proposition, right, and you catch it on time, that is your secret to building wealth in the cryptocurrency space. Now that is where logic comes in. So you are not investing because, oh, everybody is talking about it. You're not investing because the coin is pumping. No, you are investing. Why? Because of the conviction you have after going through the entire project and seeing the value that this project is going to add to the community. The value is going to add to the cryptocurrency space. The value is going to add to the blockchain industry. Now you have seen all these things and you believe that, oh, based on this fact, I believe that this project is capable to make it to $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000. Okay, now that is you using logic, no emotions, no fear, no panic. You are investing based on logic. Now a lot of you will be like, okay, how can one know how to use this logic of a thing? That is the reason why you have Obicrypto. In case if you don't know, I have a VIP group, right? I have two groups. I have a free group where you can go join for free. You don't need to pay anything to be in that group. I also have a VIP group where people pay a one-time fee of $100, only $100, and it's one time. If you pay that $100, you will be in that group for the rest of your life. Okay, now what do I do in that group? I pick projects, I analyze them, dissect them, pieces them to the ground scratch, and I post them in the group. I tell my VIP people, this coin is going to do well. If you have money, get into it now, and in no time you'll be cashing out in profit. That is what I'm doing in that particular group, and that is how we've been doing right now. In that group we have invested in over 37 different projects right now in that VIP group, and that VIP group is just roughly around 5 to 6 weeks old. Okay, so it's still very fresh and very brand new, but so far so good. We have called over 37 projects in that group, and almost every two days I am dropping new projects in that same group. So if you are not already in the group, this is an opportunity for you to join that group. Like I said, it's only $100 and you'll be in that group for the rest of your life. There is nothing like renewal or subscription again. Pay once and you'll be there for the rest of your life. So on the list today is technical analysis, or you can call it investment based on technical foundations, right? Now, what is it talking about? Now, technical analysis is the study of market chart, price actions, market structure, both for the past and for the future. That way you'll be able to predict where the market is going or the direction the market will be taking, and through that you should be able to know where to invest. Now, for example, remember I just talked about logical analysis, right? Now you remember in logic analysis I said it's fundamental analysis actually, right? You are studying the entire logic, common sense surrounding that particular project before you make your investment, because sometimes government can also come to say one or two things, but because you are good with your logical analysis, you will know that, okay, if this is what government is saying about this particular industry, then this is where I think, this is the project that I think will be suitable to serve that particular new policy that the government is creating, and you can put your money there. Now let's come back to technical analysis. Now, technical analysis is not for everybody. It takes years. It takes years of experience, years of effort, years of dedication, years of commitment for you to be a professional technical analysis expert. Okay, but if you are able to gain that knowledge fully and get yourself to become a professional technical analysis expert, okay? In other words, a good technical analysis expert, you can also call them financial spectator. Okay, these are people who can do analysis, draw the chart, bring the candlesticks, do all these things, and they can tell you this is where the market is going, right? So these people, they don't do investment based on sentiment. They do their investment based on, now here is where it's going to look as if it's contradicting. They do their investment based on their logical findings and price revelation. I don't know if you get that now, because here's the thing. Okay, for example, I analyze a particular coin, and I know that based on using logic, I analyze the particular project, and I see that, okay, this project is going to do well using logical analysis now. Now, after I have done that using logic, I will now come to do the technical analysis using charts now. Now, the price action on that coin from the past and the present will also tell me what the coin is going to do in the nearest future. Are you getting the point? So, technical analysis experts are more or less people who combine the knowledge of logical investment and technical analysis together. So, for you to be a professional, what I'm just saying here is, for you to be a professional technical analysis expert, you need to know logical analysis very well. You have to be good with logic analysis before you can be a professional technical analysis expert. So I hope at this point in time, you guys you now understand the different level you find yourself in the cryptocurrency space. Now, all those people that you see that they create content on social media, and what they do is to talk about meme coins. They'll tell you, oh, this coin is pumping, buy this cat, monkey cat, Wakanda cat, buy this, buy that, and all of that. Those are people who are sentimental investors, people who just, based on what they have seen or based on what they have heard from their mentor or from their pastor or from their friends or whatever, and they just invest. They don't care taking their time to go check the technicals behind that particular project or the logic behind that project. All they just know is that let's invest and make money. People bought the other and they make money. Let's also do the same thing here. And that is the fastest way to pack your load and return back to your village and start your life at square one again. So please avoid anything that has to do with sentimental investment, okay? Logic and technicals is the best way to go in this industry, because here's the thing, bro. The big boys in this industry, I'm talking about the 1% of the 1% in the capital market or across the world in general, they don't invest based on sentiment. They invest based on logic. They do their technicals and they do their logical analysis as well before they throw their money in. That is why a company like Alibaba, the first 10 years of Alibaba, they didn't make $1 single in profit. That is why the first 3 years of Amazon didn't make $1 single in profit. But today, Amazon is the richest e-commerce website across the world. Is the largest e-commerce website across the world today. Are you getting the point now? Now, why should somebody keep a business like Amazon running after 3 years of not making $1 single in profit? Is because somebody behind the closed door have already done the technical analysis and the logical analysis to determine that this industry is the next way to go. So all we need to do now is to hold on and be patient until people realize that this is what is happening, and then people will now begin to come in. And exactly that happened. Today, Amazon is the biggest e-commerce platform across the globe. Same thing with Alibaba, AliExpress, and all of that. You get the point. So this 1% of the 1%, they don't invest and they don't trade based on sentiment. They are not interested in sentiment. They use logic and technicals. That is how they bring their money into the market. So you also need to train yourself with logic and technical if you really want to survive in this space. Okay, guys, my name is Obicrypto with over 9 years of experience in the cryptocurrency market. I just made a video recently where I talked about the most important 7 coins that all big banks across the world are buying right now. If you want to watch that video, the link will be appearing up right here. That is if you're watching me on YouTube. Click on that link go watch that video so that you will know the top 7 cryptocurrencies that all the big banks across the world are buying right now and stockpiling, so that you can also place yourself where the rich people are placing themselves, so that when that time comes, as the rich are cashing out, you are also cashing out. Again, my name is Obicrypto with 9 years plus of experience in the cryptocurrency space. I have a whole lot I'd like to share with you guys. All I ask you to do right now is to subscribe and follow me as you're watching this video. Share this video with everybody you care about and everybody that you know that is involved in the cryptocurrency or forex market. I'll see you in the next one. Over and out.
This is not a financial advice. Do your own research.
Obicrypto, hey, money they grow. No good don't make you savvy road. Every update, it makes sense. Crypto knowledge, not the main flex.